Well, new details tonight about the woman who died when the motorized scooter she was in went up in flames outside of an assisted living facility in Ely. Tonight, investigators have identified the victim and say they believe smoking caused the fire. The victim has been identified as 80-year-old Marjorie Hible of Ely. She was a resident of the Boundary Waters Care Facility. Authorities say a witness saw Hible engulfed in flames Monday evening before staff could even get to her outside. State Fire Marshal says that smoking likely caused the fire. Hible was airlifted to a Duluth hospital where she died. The care facility says they are cooperating with local and state authorities in this investigation and issued this statement that says they're doing everything they can to support the family of the victim and team members during this time.